Hey folks, Twisha Christian here. Today, I'm going to discuss with you a little bit about the wealth transfer, and I'm going to give you guys a channel update and discuss a few other things. But first, I have to tell you that I'm not a financial advisor. Right now, what I'm doing is sharing information with you, telling you what I'm doing, and then giving you my opinion on the information that I provide. And if you guys like these videos, there are support links down below in the description. I have the Patreon, PayPal, and a few others. Right now, I am doing a wealth transfer series on the Patreon. Now, over the last couple months, I've been going over many different prophecies. I went back on some people. I went back all the way to April. And of course, it's kind of like the Kim Clement thing. When I started studying, I dug deep into it. And that's what I've been doing with all these prophetic stocks and prophetic cryptocurrencies. So over the last couple months, I have been working really, really hard. And so the information that I provide to you, especially on the Patreon, a lot of that information, I sacrificed a lot of time and energy in getting that information out to you. Also, listening to all these prophecies, I have heard prophecy after prophecy after prophecy come to pass. And it's not just about the financial prophecies. There's many different prophecies that are relating to the events that are going to be coinciding with the wealth transfer. And one of the things that I realize is that we are here at the wealth transfer. I mean, it was right here before us. On this channel, I have shared with you prophetic cryptocurrencies. ETN at $3.99, Doge, XRP at 1,000. Other prophetic stocks within the year. And actually, it's going to be sooner than a year. Some of the prophecies that I have been showing you were made back in August or July, and some of them even before then. And we're in a prophetic crunch time. There's many prophecies that are going to happen, folks, over the next 30 days. There's a lot of prophecies that are going to take place. Some of them I have shared, but there are many others that are going to take place. It's going to shake and it's going to change things. And the other thing that I realized, going back even several years, there's a lot of people that have prophecies or dreams or visions about either stocks or the stock market or the cryptos or cryptocurrency markets. And maybe they only have one video up. Maybe they make other content that has nothing to do with the financial realm. And then they post a dream or a vision or a prophecy in their video. And there's a lot of other people that I can't get to that I would like to get to just to confirm one after the other after the other. But we're in a prophetic crunch time, and I don't have time to go through every single person. And God is really pouring out prophetic financial dreams and visions on people, and He has been. In the prophetic, we do look for, before any type of crypto crash or market crash from where it's at now, all of us expect it to go up at least one more time. I expect Bitcoin to hit over 100,000 before crashing. I expect the stock market to go up before it comes down crashing. But all I can tell you is that we have a better prophetic timeline than we ever have in the history of being involved in the wealth transfer. And it's right here. It's right here in front of us. If a prophet says, I see ETN going to $399 within the year. If a prophet says, I see Dogecoin within a year being at $1,000 per Dogecoin, and he's been right about all these other things. And I do want to share this because I know a lot of people come on this channel and they say, well, all these prophecies, you know what? One of the things that I learned in studying Kim Clement is that I was blindly following his prophecies without doing any research. And when you look at all the dinar prophecies he has a nice big database. You can look up just about tons of different subjects. You can look up all his prophecies, and you can actually search by keyword. But once you put those prophecies together, and then you connect the other prophecies that go along with the time frame, then I had a completely different understanding of every single dinar prophecy by Kim Clement because of what everybody thought, or what most people thought. They misinterpreted, just like they've been doing to prophecy in the Bible for thousands of years, misinterpreting prophecies. But we have featured a lot of people that have been right. You know, one of the things that when people say, oh, he's a false prophet, you don't even look at the other prophecies that have come to pass. And because of your interpretation of the prophecy, you say that he's a false prophet because he didn't get it when you wanted it. Because when the Dow hit 20,000 and everybody thought the dinar was going to revalue, including myself, if people would have studied the other dinar prophecies, if people would have studied the other prophecies relating to those events in those dinar prophecies, you would have realized that it wasn't the time. And you would have realized that people were misinterpreting the 20,000 Dow, at least from the standpoint of it hitting it the first time. But you have to study all the prophecies. So don't come on here saying, well, he said this, that. Read the other prophecies and then come talk to me. There's a lot of people that come on here and disagree, and that's fine. And I don't get into a lot of religious arguments. He's a false prophet, and they stoned false prophets in the Old Testament. Well, are we in the New Testament or are we in the Old Testament? If you feel led to become a prophet, or if you're a seer, or if you operate in the prophetic, do you think that in your training or in your walk that you're going to get it right every single time? Because what God showed me is, if you had a person in your life that told you to invest $1,000 into each one of these stocks, and 9 out of 10 those stocks brought you great wealth, would you still follow that person and follow his financial advice? If 8 out of 10 investments took off that you invested $1,000 each in, would you still continue to listen to that person? Because maybe the first one didn't work out for you, but the second one did. And then the third one, and then the fourth one, and then you had another one that didn't work out. But you had all these other ones that worked out. If there was 5 out of 10 investments, would you listen? 3 out of 10. Because all it takes is one investment to wipe away all the losses that you've ever had in your life. But I say all that because, you know, there are people that come on this channel and they make a lot of derogatory statements. And I don't understand why you watch the channel if you don't believe the prophets. If you don't believe the prophets are for today, if you don't think that the prophets that I show you or the prophetic dreams or visions that I show you are from God, then why are you watching? Because I'm at the point where I'm not going to argue with you about it because I'm past all that. I did that stuff years ago. But those people will get banned. It's okay to come on and have a healthy discussion or a disagreement. But some people take it way too far. As I said, we have all these opportunities before us. Within a year, your whole entire life could be different. You know, and that's how I feel. Because I'm not going to miss any more wealth transfers. Right? I'm not going to miss any more wealth transfers because I held on too long. If you remember the parable of the talents, but I think it was one person had 5 talents, another person had 3, another person had 2, another person had 1, something like that. But the person who had 1 talent buried their talent. Right? And the person who had 5 were able to double what they had. And in this wealth transfer, there are different types of people when it comes to their talents. You have people with 5 talents. And that's the thing with the wealth transfer. Are you the person who has 5 talents and made 5 talents more? Are you that type of person that no matter how many talents you have, whether you have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, that you're able to double your talents? Because the person who had 5 and the person who had 2 were able to double what they had. But the one person who buried his, he didn't make anything extra. And of course, if you read the whole story, there's fear in that because the person with 1 talent feared. But see, now we're in the prophetic crunch time, and it's going to be even more difficult to increase your talents because we've been burying our talents. It's just like Zion Oil. Like, why wouldn't you want Zion Oil to be below 10 cents at this time? Why wouldn't you want people to get in? Why do you allow the daily's ups and downs of a stock mess with you so emotionally and you deal with that every single day? You want it to go down. You know why? So that you can buy more at a cheaper price. And I did notice that Zion Oil did go up today. But, it's kind of funny because, most people who are swing trading, and this is the people who don't swing trade or think that it's bad, they think that because the price goes up that we're affected. Like it was a negative thing. Like, well, no, because 2 days ago is when you would have gotten in. Or any time that it hit 20 cents or below, you would have gotten in. Then you would have sold either today or you see what happens on Friday. A lot of people on Friday like to cash out. And you see what it is, and you'll see what's going to happen. You'll take a look at the charts. People who swing trade, they look at the charts. They're just not, oh, it's down now, so let me go ahead and pick some up. Oh, it's up now, let me go ahead and sell. Mostly it does not work like that. Once you learn how to read a chart and you get better and better and better at it, or at least get a basic understanding of how some of these charts work, you can swing trade any stock. And if you're swing trading, you're not swing trading blindly, right? You're looking at charts and you're learning to understand the flow and the patterns and not just blindly just throwing money out there like some people want you to think. That's why I showed you guys that information, because that is important, not just for that stock, or it's for all the stocks, it's for the cryptocurrency. And one of the things in this last video that I'm making in the series, probably one of the most important videos concerning redemption and missing the wealth transfer. Now we have these here. We have the ETN, we have the Empire, the BBBXF. But this one is going to be bigger than any other investment because we missed it in 2009. We missed it in 2010. And we missed it in 2011 and so on. But in that video, I'm going to show you what I was shown and get that redemption of the wealth transfers that were missed. So I should be posting that video either Friday or Saturday on the Patreon. There is a lot of information that I have videos on there now. I also talk about the Trump stocks. I haven't had a chance to make a video on the Trump stocks, but I did post it on the Patreon. I listed the Trump stocks, and then there's information in there as far as some of the other Trump-related stocks, right? They don't necessarily have any direct ties, but they go up and down with the Trump stocks because they're similar companies. So far, I have a total of 6 videos up on the wealth transfer. And Funware is actually one of those stocks. You've seen it go up, you've seen it go down. It's had a pretty wild ride over the last week. I haven't had the opportunity to swing trade it because I've been working on these other videos. So there we have it, folks. The wealth transfer is right before us. We're in a prophetic crunch time. And within the next, I'm going to say this, if you're putting yourself in the position, your life will be different within 5 months from now. It will be completely different. And along with your financial difference, you should be bringing a spiritual difference too as well. Because when these things happen, a lot of people are going to be turning to God. When the dinar revalues, people are going to blow their minds are going to be blown because of the prophecies. Hey, it did happen. When all these other prophecies like ETN and Empire, when they've all taken off. So I'm saying all this, folks, because we need to put ourselves in a position. If you really want the wealth transfer, you have to go out and get it. Nobody's going to come to your door, pay off your debt. Nobody's going to come to your door. It could happen, folks, because a lot of people are going to be blessed because you are going to bless somebody else. You're going to bless somebody else's ministry that you're going to come across that never heard anything about the wealth transfer. So there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be blessed. It doesn't necessarily mean that everybody is going to have that same blessing from people who obtain wealth from the wealth transfer. Well, folks, that's all I have for today. I thank you guys for listening. God bless, and TC out.